Hi, I'm Tom with Cleveland Brothers, and today we're going to take a few minutes and talk about the new Cat 308 Next Gen Mini Excavator. Starting here at the front of the machine, this bucket is a pin-on. There's no quick coupler on this. However, if you wanted to, we could add a mechanical quick coupler or a hydraulically actuated quick coupler. Plumbing's already up here on the stick, as well as the connections for auxiliary tools. The stick is already thumb ready, so the pin boss is already there for the thumb. If you wanted to add it, that's easy enough to do. The blade features a flippable cutting edge, bolt on, no more welded on, easy to service. The upper structure has been redesigned to provide much greater visibility to areas that were typically a blind spot. Excellent visibility from the cab over here to where I'm standing over to ground level. The fuel tank is located right here. Hydraulic reservoir and sight glass is here. The hydraulic fill is right on top of this compartment. Hydraulic track adjuster is located right here. This machine features bolt-on rubber pads. Behind this panel is located the master disconnect. The spool valves have been moved from further back in the machine out to where they're easily serviceable. The fuel filter and water separator is located right here, as is the air filter restriction indicator. Behind this panel, we have access to the cooling package, the engine air filter, and down below here we have the handle that allows either single direction flow or bi-direction flow through the attachment on the stick. We also have the battery. Right here we have the backup camera or rear view camera. The operator can view this only in reverse, or they can leave it on and watch this view all day long. If you're in a confined area, it's much safer. It's also recessed. It's no longer sticking out where it's easily knocked off by debris. Behind this panel we have the engine oil dipstick, the engine oil fill, the coolant level, 6,000 hour life ELC coolant. Behind this panel we have the washer bottle reservoir, the pump housing, and the emissions module. So the outside cab air filter, ROPS certification label is affixed here. This is a ROPS cab. Along with the roomier cab, there are also these sliding windows, one on the left side and one on the right side, so if you do have to communicate with ground personnel, it's easy enough for the operator to slide this open instead of opening the door. You don't always have the ability in a confined space to swing the door completely open. Inside the cab, there's access to the inner air filter, the seat slider. So we have the air ride seat, and then the travel pedals are located here. You can flip up these heel plates to get them out of the way, to create a little more room in the cab. You rest your feet on these footrests. And with the advent of stick steer, you can actually remove these controls to get them out of your way completely. Stick steer is something new on the Next Gen. It allows the machine to be steered much like a skid steer loader or a compact track loader would be steered. Yellow button on the joystick activates stick steer mode. Once stick steer is activated, it allows the operator to control machine speed and direction with this left joystick, and then select whether they want to use this joystick to work the boom, bucket, and stick, or if they want to operate the blade with this right joystick, much like you would operate a skid steer loader or a compact track loader. The cab glass is easy to store above you. If you want to remove the lower glass, that stores inside the upper glass. Real good visibility and ventilation if you choose not to run the HVAC. It is, however, a sealed, pressurized cab. Safety lever, as always, has to be down for the machine to operate. The selector for pattern changer, different stick steer modes, hydraulic attachment, flow rates is all done inside this monitor here. There's a high visibility seat belt. When the machine is in stick steer mode and the operator is utilizing this joystick to control travel, direction, and speed, with the joystick controls, if the operator is in stick steer mode, the switch on the front would activate a cruise control feature. If the operator has a long distance to travel, doesn't want to keep their feet on the pedals, doesn't want to keep their hand on the control, in stick steer, Moving the joystick, clicking this button, and releasing the joystick will keep the machine moving at a constant rate of speed. If the operator is utilizing stick steer mode, this right joystick will do one of two things. If the operator selects blade control, this will raise and lower the blade while controlling machine speed and direction with the left joystick. If you choose the excavator control, now this control raises and lowers the boom, curls and dumps the bucket. By depressing this button on the front of the right joystick, now this thumb roller becomes stick out and stick in. We have a continuous flow button on this left joystick. If you have an attachment that requires continuous hydraulic flow, once you've set up the flow GPM that you want in the main monitor, by pressing and releasing this continuous flow button, that activates the flow to the attachment. You always have the blade raise and lower over to the right. Even if you're in stick steer mode and are utilizing this as the blade, this will still control the blade over here. And then your high and low range travel is located on the top of the blade control.